listening to Creature Feature Radio with Nikki Casket, Bela Gacy, and Steve Morbid of 5 Cent Freak Show.
Alright, what's up everybody? I'm Nikki Casket.
I'm Bela Gacy.
And I'm Steve Morbid.
And welcome to episode number 5 of Creature Feature Radio, guys.
It is number 5, right?
Numero 5. I
Numero.
think that was the last fucking episode.
I'm going to be very
that I saw.
clear, so I'm going to say it in Spanish. Numero.
Is that how you
cinco.
say fucking number in Spanish?
Cinco?
I think
Numero
you got it
cinco,
right.
I think.
Cinco. I know that.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Yeah, I was right.
This is educational.
All right,
You heard that in a song
But
somewhere, didn't you?
we got some really cool stuff coming up for you guys, and we are featuring the B-movie monsters on this episode of Creature Feature Radio, guys. This is really cool. The B-movie monsters are one of my all-time favorite horror punk bands, you know, and dude, I don't even give a fuck, man. Like, I don't even give a fuck. I love the B-movie monsters, and like, I'll kiss their ass as much as I fucking can. Like, they're awesome. So
You're going to want to wipe that grease paint off.
beware and be scared for that shit because that is coming up. Belo, what is our first topic for the night here, motherfucker?
Our first topic for the night day is... if you could eat only one animal, because none of us are vegetarians here, and I'm sorry, none of our diets start with V, so we can talk about this. All right, Steve. Well, I know you like vegetables, but
A little bit of celery.
if you could only have one animal, prepared any way you want, but you could only eat that one type. Put it in anything, make it however you want, eat it fucking raw, I don't care. But that's it. That's the
rest
only
of your
animal
life.
you could eat the rest of your life. It could be lamb, goat, chicken. You could fucking have elephant, if that's what really tickled your pickle. But
Okay,
one type.
why do you ask this question though? Is there some like I'll answer first, but there's got to be some fucked up shit you have going on. Like, why would you
there's
ask that
usually
question
something
if it
going
was
on,
like
man.
this was fucking
Do you really want to know what goes on inside here?
can't-
It's a dark place.
Part of me
in my
doesn't,
mind.
part of me doesn't.
it is a curiosity.
Let's just say it was a topic that had to do with food, so I
I'm
came up
excited.
with it pretty easily.
Okay, honestly, it would be beef for me.
Beef.
It's so
Beef?
versatile.
That's
Beef-
very Alberta.
But, yeah, I mean, and we have good beef here.
Alberta.
But I just what I don't get this question. It's like, am I supposed to be missing something? Am I allowed like human flesh?
I'm sorry. Do you not like having like an array of animals?
I
I
love
think
it.
Steve's trying to ask, does cock count?
Yes. If you wanted to have cock meat sandwich the rest of your life,
That was good.
I have a whole lot of sandwich for you, Steven.
Yeah, sure you do.
It's actually more of a finger sandwich.
You ever seen those little cocktail weenies?
Cut that in half.
It only took 3 minutes to get into those jokes. boys.
We're starting early.
Honestly, okay, so it would honestly probably have to be beef.
It would be beef. Hey?
I know
mean,
it's so fucking boring. I
yeah,
always
but
the guy with the
burgers,
boring
steaks,
fucking answers.
come
But
on,
you can do
like-
so much with the dry aged steaks. you
That
know?
is the integral meat.
Like I could eat it. I mean, and some people have eaten it. Okay, I'll tell you a story about this.
I've eaten it once.
Okay.
Okay, so there was trappers back in like the 1800s, right? In
were what,
America,
sorry?
trappers.
Oh, these are
I thought it was
crappers.
rappers.
Oh, you said
Dude, I heard that too.
you heard rappers and I heard
Rappers back in the
crappers.
1800s. Thug life in the 1800s.
Crappers back in the 1800s was just a hole back then.
Me and my homies in the 1800s trapping rabbits.
Trapping rabs.
So the story is that these trappers were dying from some sort of weird poisoning because they were living out in the middle of nowhere and all they ate was hair. Rabbits.
Hassenpfeffer.
No, but here's the thing: they didn't eat it with anything else. All they fucking ate was rabbits or hares. I don't know the fucking difference.
Like cooked over the fire, or just like fucking like zombie.
They
kinda,
cooked
like,
it.
straight off.
They're not Neanderthals. They cooked it, but
Yeah.
that's all they ate, and they were all dying. And
very
and
intelligent word.
Nobody knew why they were dying, and it's because rabbits have this chemical in them that if you only eat that, you will die because you don't have any balance from any vegetables or anything. So all they were eating, you can eat all rabbits and have one fucking carrot and you won't die. But if you eat only these rabbits, you're almost guaranteed.
What is the chemical?
I don't know.
called?
It's some sort of like heavy
called-
metal deposit, I think.
Is
in
it
the
called
blood.
bullshitison?
It very well could be. It fucking very well could be. My
I think I'm gonna have to Google this tonight
Anyways,
and really get the facts.
that's my stupid story that could totally be bullshit, but it's
Bullshit
I guess my
Atosin,
answer is
I think.
it certainly ain't gonna be a rabbit, is it?
It's sure it's fucking gonna be a rabbit for me.
So beef
for Steve.
Moore.
That is a
Yeah,
good
it's a
answer.
boring answer, but
it's a boring answer, but I'll be damned if it ain't a
It's
fucking good one.
reliable.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's fucking true, man.
Nikki.
Nikki, okay, you know what? I would definitely have to go for chicken. I don't know what it is, like chicken. I fucking love chicken.
My
like
mind
roast
is
chicken.
blown right now.
Is there a reason that rats like chicken so much? Is that like a delicacy for rats?
We eat anything we can find, but
Like-
chicken's a
Actually,
delicacy.
Like if you find that KFC in the garbage, you're eating good that
Oh, you're
night.
damn right, man. We're fucking.
Hang out by the grease bucket in the back of KFC.
Like, I'm not surprised at all. All this guy ever orders when we go eat somewhere is
Chicken fingers.
fingers.
Chicken
Okay.
fingers and
You
fries.
guys have chicken fingers?
Okay,
yeah,
now-
fucking everywhere has chicken
now
fingers.
the reason I order off the kids menu is because like you can't fuck chicken fingers up. Like how does
I
one
thought you were gonna
fuck?
say something else there.
How does one fuck up chicken fingers?
You
right?
can, man. You can, but like you'd have to be really,
You gotta
really
suck.
stupid.
You gotta be
suck.
trying. You gotta be
fuck up
trying.
chicken fingers,
Dumb.
dude. Right?
Yeah,
Like
you gotta put an effort in to
you know,
fuck
and
up.
you,
Yeah,
you
it's
could
harder.
make paninis and shit with chicken. You could like eat just fucking not raw chicken.
You eat raw fucking chicken.
That's the only
fuck
kind of chicken you can't eat. in a cage.
Actually, yeah, pretty much.
He's like, well,
Because
it never stopped
overcooked
me.
is gross, but you can still eat it.
And
That's
it's
fine.
really good for you too. Like it's really good for working out. So I think
It's a
I
nice
would.
lean meat.
It's a nice lean meat.
Now, because you're allowed chickens, I know you're not a huge fan of them, but does that also mean you could still have eggs? Because it's a technicality on
I
that
would.
one.
Okay, like, what are you asking us? I'd say yes.
I'd say yes. I'd say you could also have eggs.
See, I'm a
That's
fucking.
about as
For those who don't know, I am probably one of the most picky eaters that you will ever fucking meet.
It's got to be bread, starch, or chicken.
Or protein.
Well, chicken.
Well, okay, yeah.
Raisin bagels.
Nikki's the guy that goes to a steakhouse and orders chicken fingers.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. But exactly it. I've never had a chicken finger that has been fucked
I don't know
up.
if I've seen
Liar.
you eat anything else.
Liar.
I'm being dead serious right now,
Liar.
man.
I've had a bad chicken finger
Okay,
before.
all right, so
Okay,
here-
okay.
I
here's the
don't
thing.
remember it, but I'm sure there's been
Oh,
at
you
least
can
one.
fuck it up, but it's still like as long as it's cooked enough, it's edible, right? It's
Exactly.
still edible.
That's true.
You
but,
throw enough-
but the
That's
thing,
true.
when you overcook chicken, it gets rubbery as all shit, and it just tastes like crap.
I'm pretty sure. I thought so. You're pretty used to eating shit that's rubbery and tasting crap, right?
Sure.
But yeah, guys, it would be chicken for me.
Okay,
for
here's
sure.
the deal, though. Nikki and I have given our answers, and they're pretty typical.
But
What's the answer, Bilo?
What is it, Bilo?
What-
What would you
the-
fucking have?
The
man?
answer you've been itching to give us.
I don't actually like have an answer I'm itching to give. Mine's pretty basic too.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Okay.
I was hoping it was going to be like...
Unfortunately, it's not like kangaroo or anything
It's
like
cock.
that. No, it's actually asshole.
Good fucking choice, actually. dude.
Yeah, no, that tastes good, and you know you get a lot of different flavors depending on the day.
I had to bring my drum kit over here for all the fucking rim shots I'm missing.
No, it would be. I don't know if it's considered cannibalism in my case, but pig. It would definitely be pig, dude. Bacon. How I can't live without bacon,
Oh,
man.
dude, but
Bacon
that's the thing. That's,
and your
that's the only like problem I have is I'm looking at like long term longevity is beef, right?
Yeah.
But do you know how
But living fast and having fun. That's
much
ham.
unnecessary amounts of bacon I eat? Like,
Yeah, dude, right?
Well, and you got like you got ribs,
You got pork chop,
pulled
Yeah, dude.
pork.
Oh,
pulled
fuck,
pork.
Like,
Exactly.
that's a pretty fucking good
Yeah,
answer,
so
man.
it would be pig for me. It would have to be
and
pig.
they definitely have the best ribs for sure.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
the
hands
pork
down.
ribs.
Yeah, that's the fucking.
Man,
That's
buddy.
the fucking shiznit right there.
I might have
Good answers.
like-
All
I mean-
very, very good answers.
We've just picked the basic 3 meats, but I just don't understand why anyone like if you had said fucking elephant or giraffe, I'd be like, why? For what
See,
fucking
the
reason?
only one that I could actually say with any confidence would be like moose or something. That's about as exotic as I could get, because that's about the only exotic thing I've really tried. And moose is quite
Moose is
good,
fucking
actually.
Yeah,
I
elk-
really like
elk,
it.
Caribou and elk is really good
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
See, this is why we got to go down to Louisiana because we've
Yeah.
been talking
Fuck it.
about the
Dude,
food
I,
down
I
there.
want to go to like all the southern
Crawdads.
Yeah,
Louisiana, dude. Crawfish boil.
I want some gator. I want
some Texas barbecue.
some gator
too.
nuggets. I want some. I've seen that home style gator nuggets done.
Yeah,
I
dude.
want some gator nuggets.
So yeah, when we go down to Louisiana, Kevin, if you're fucking listening to this, man, like
Or anyone with an open heart to give 5 cents some good Cajun food.
in Louisiana, like we will fucking hook us up because we are fucking like
We'll pay.
We gotta experience Louisiana. We
We'll
gotta
pay with either money or sexual favors.
or both,
Or both.
depending
Yeah,
on
we're
what
definitely-
you're feeling. So it's all good.
I'm up
Depending
for
on
negotiation.
what's worth more to you.
But guys, we are gonna kick it to the B movie monster. Shout out to my boy B movie Mike. He let us play
Be Magic Mike?
No. B movie Mike, man. He's he let us play the B movie monsters on this fucking show today. So we are going to be playing Beware the Moon. This is my workout song, guys. You guys are gonna enjoy this one.
I work out to this song as well.
Oh, Bilo always hits the gym.
All the time. Whenever I hit the
Beware
gym,
the
need to bring the drum
I'm
kit over
fucking.
here. That's the
I'm
best
going in.
punchline of the night, dude.
But yeah, huge thanks to them for allowing us to play their stuff. I hope you guys enjoy.
Beware the Moon off of their album 1313, guys. Enjoy.
Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright. Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright. Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright. Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright. Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright.
Welcome back, ladies and Jones.
Beware the Moon, guys. That's fucking one of my all-time favorite horror punk songs, hands down, for sure, man.
Yeah, I've heard you listen to it a billion times.
I love the B movie monsters.
Maybe once or twice at least, yeah.
I can vouch for that. So, Yula wanted to talk about something. He mentioned, what was it? Okay, you wanted to talk about nightmares.
Childhood nightmares, because I'm the only one that came up with topics.
Let's
for
for sure
this
talk about when you were a kid, because I don't remember any of my dreams nowadays. Do you still have nightmares?
See, I have nightmares, but I like them nowadays. Now they're fun. Now it's like a horror
That's
movie.
not a nightmare, though.
It's like the most like immersive nightmare.
It's just
though.
fun.
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's
like
your
the
fantasy.
lucid dreams. You know when you can control yourself?
Do you get those?
Yeah, sometimes I get those, you know, and it's fun because I get to like act out all my psychopathic ways that I can't in real life and get that out in my dreams. It's fucking lucid dreams are fucking crazy.
I've had maybe one, dude, and it's like it was a crazy experience for me, but I don't dream at all. Like I don't really remember my dreams that much, and I definitely don't lucid dream. That's super cool.
Yeah, no. But nightmares, you
like
know,
childhood nightmares, everyone's got the recurring nightmare they had when they were a kid.
They had you had like at least one or two, you know, something that like
Okay,
would
so tell me
always
about the
come
one
back.
that just terrified the absolute shit out of you.
Like when we were kids?
Just
like,
yeah, when you're a kid, you had it doesn't have to be recurring, but
The one that would like make you
woke
wake up in a
and
sweat.
And okay, here's another thing. Have you ever had that fucking weird phenomenon, like the sleep paralysis?
Son, put your middle finger down. I see you flipping me off behind the camera.
I'm pointing to Milo with my middle finger. That's usually what I do to
This
these guys.
actually, you can't see it, but he is a dick.
I'm just sitting here buck ass naked, flipping these boys off right now.
Yeah, put your wiener away.
Okay.
What was the question again?
It's being covered by a bottle of Jack Daniels.
That's Nikki's fault.
Have you ever had that weird sleep paralysis thing where you're like, you're in this like twilight zone when you wake up and you're dreaming but you're awake but you feel
can't
totally paralyzed?
No, I've never actually had that one happen.
I had that happen to me a lot when I was a kid and it was
That's
fucking
crazy.
traumatizing.
you want to fucking explain more? Like,
I'm not your fucking
'cause I'm
therapist.
curious. I'm curious, man. I want to fucking.
I mean, like, dude, I would wake up and I would be dreaming that I was in the exact place. This is my best memory of it. I was in the exact place I was, which was my bedroom at the time, right?
Yeah.
Looked the same, except everything was black and white. And I knew something was coming to get me, right?
Yeah, keep going. No, keep going. Don't pay attention to Nikki laughing. Keep talking over Nikki laughing. Just keep going.
And
Ignore him.
I felt like something was coming for me, like this sense something was coming at me, but I couldn't fucking move.
See, that's freaky. That's genuinely freaky.
And I
don't
couldn't,
like
like,
that.
it's inexplicable, right? Like, you
Was
can't-
there someone at the end of the rainbow, so to speak?
I
Was there
think
someone?
someone was knocking on my door in real life.
But that's the thing. Like, did you have like a monster that you associated with? Oh,
Yes,
this
yes.
is what's coming to get me.
I did.
Was it? What is it?
No. What were you gonna say?
A succubus? Like succubus?
succubus.
Isn't that like some fucking
That's like a demon.
she demon
a
that comes in
she-demon?
the
Yeah.
fucking in
Like
your dreams?
sucks the that's like sucks the life out of a man.
Yeah,
through,
yeah,
like
by-
the only thing I know succubus from is South Park, and it's like when she sucks the life out of Chef by marrying him
Yeah.
and sucking the fun and the
Oh,
life
so
out of
it's
They
him.
not-
like,
it's not a
I think
dream.
in South Park
Kind
they
of thing.
related it to like the negative aspects people relate to, like what the old bitter married dude. That's like
Yeah,
what they related
okay.
it to.
I think
in
so.
South Park. But yeah, I think you're right.
But I don't know what a true succubus is, but
I don't think a succubus would be that bad. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean,
she
I
know
would-
how to suck.
Sounds fucking hot to me, right? Like,
That
I mean,
doesn't
she's
sound
got
too bad.
suck in her title. She
No,
better be pretty
I'll tell
impressive.
you what I was afraid of when I was a kid, and it's fucking embarrassing, dude. You guys know who Gollum is, right? From the Lord of the Rings. The
No.
little fucking
No,
you guys don't
unfortunately.
even know who he is. Hey?
I don't. I don't watch the Lord
All
of the
right,
Rings.
a 30-second rundown. He's this creepy little dude who's been kept alive for way beyond his lifespan, and he's gone mad, living in almost like our modern day basement dwelling friends.
So not
Very
far off me
pale.
nowadays.
Exactly.
Okay,
Kind of
gotcha.
reminds me of you. He's obsessed with this ring.
I wish I could.
But
be
I seen him in this movie when I was young, and he scared the absolute fucking shit out of me, dude. And I would always dream of him walking on all fours, like fucking chasing me down hallways and shit. I always had bad dreams about that. People who know who he is, which I think you two are the only two motherfuckers on the planet who don't know who he is, will
likely.
laugh at me for.
I have hardcore ADHD. I can't sit through like some fucking 6-hour fucking movie.
Where all they do is walk.
Yeah, like I'm sorry,
It's
I
honestly-
can't.
We're gonna go from A
could've-
to B,
I
and
can't
then
been one
things are gonna
movie.
happen.
I can't
and
do that.
It could
You
have
know?
been one. It could have been.
I mean, I'm
a
surprised-
fucking short. It could have
I'm
been 10
surprised
minutes.
Nikki doesn't relate to like the hobbits and stuff though.
I don't know what a fucking hobbit is. You know,
It's you.
Well, you're the closest thing I've ever seen to one.
bitch, I ain't no
You
hobbit.
you just need to be a little hairier like me, and then you're true. I'm pretty sure that's the definition. I'm not mistaken.
All the
But-
South Park references today.
You know, for nightmares, this is gonna sound really weird, but it always happened when I was in elementary school. I would always like if there was a big like religion test because I was in fucking
I forgot about
like,
that,
we were in
yeah.
Catholic.
Catholic school
You guys have
from
religion tests.
yeah
from
we
K
had
to
to like
6.
we had to get tested on prayers and shit, and you know and when there was a big test coming up, you know I would have like night terrors about tornadoes and shit.
Yeah.
And tornadoes were always a fucking thing in my nightmares. And
Yup.
one thing that is really weird is
Same.
this is the and
Both
this,
of you guys tornadoes?
Tornadoes
Tornadoes.
was
Yeah,
one
go
for
ahead.
me too. Absolutely, a big
know,
one.
Really?
A big one.
It
Belo's
was-
just sitting here nodding his head like fucking tornadoes,
like
man.
geez, totally.
now-
It's
now-
weird.
now
We've
I'm-
never talked about this.
No,
but that's weird.
We haven't. But it was. This is gonna sound.
But this
really
isn't
weird.
fucking Kansas, boys. Like, we don't
Yeah,
get
no, we're fucking Calgary, Alberta. But
We've had one tornado in the last 100 years in this fucking province, dude.
But okay, this is probably the fucking scariest thing that I have experienced. But it sounds, and I have like just it was so weird back in the day, and I can't explain it. But it was like
loud, aggressive.
no, it was just some random fucking sound, and it got quiet, and then it got so like fucking like
loud that it would like shake you,
yeah, and
rattle you.
When you were
dude,
when you were
we-
dreaming?
Yeah,
This
when
was
I was
happening?
dreaming, and then I was like going down like a slide or whatever, and these sounds were like getting like louder to the point where like I wanted to puke.
It was breaking you, like crushing your head.
And
Yep.
I have never. I actually haven't talked about this in fucking
Wait,
years.
so like,
you know?
this is fucking
Sounds, dude.
interesting,
Me too.
actually.
But it sounds,
I've
yeah.
absolutely had those
And-
dreams too, where it's just very aggressive and it scares you.
And it doesn't sound scary when you say it.
I
you know?
get those a lot during when I was asleep with a flu.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
you
those
flew
fucking
dreams.
fever
Yeah, yeah,
dreams.
yeah,
That's when I
yeah.
would get
Fever
those.
dreams
Yeah.
you get when you have a temperature,
Yeah.
and like,
That's when I get the
dude,
sound ones.
Yeah.
that reminds me, I kangaroos as well.
Kangaroos,
Yeah. Okay. I use.
the old fucking ruse there.
Oh,
eh?
fuck, I'll tell you.
Hop through
I
your
need to hear-
nightmares.
I need to hear you finish this whole thing about you two being brothers and having these similar. First of all, you're talking about fucking dreaming about tornadoes, and Belo's sitting here like, yep.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, it's
and
weird,
sounds
but
and
that's-
sounds as well.
And sounds too, man.
But you understand though.
I've had those
That's
exact
crazy.
dreams. Absolutely.
crazy you guys
Yep.
have similar
Waking
dreams
up
like
in a
that.
sweat, driving like literally right around like
Was
our
that gonna
fucking
be your
community.
answer? Was that
That
gonna
was
be what you were
honestly
talking
going to
about?
be my answer. Was the
Yeah.
tornado thing?
That's
It actually
fucking
was.
wild. We've like Beal and I have never talked about this in
No,
a
that's
personal
weird.
life.
This
Or
is
they
like,
could just be full of shit. We'll
No,
never know.
it would be easy to bullshit, but
No,
I
that's crazy.
almost
That's
almost
crazy,
don't
man.
want to bullshit because it's true. It
Yeah,
really is
that's
true.
crazy, man.
Like,
But now, kangaroos, Steve. Like you
we
got
was
me
kicking
thinking,
back.
man. Like,
what's up with kangaroos?
Okay, so when you mentioned like those fever dreams you get when you especially when you have a flu, right? And you're
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
and you have all those
and
meds in you.
You're always too hot, and then you're always too cold, and
You're
always just
sweating.
and you're, like you're just fucked.
Yeah.
You're screwed up.
Yep.
Those dreams I used to have when I was a kid, and that's
Yep.
when the fucking kangaroo used to come in.
Fucking kangaroos,
Nicky
man.
almost spit his Jack
They're
Daniels.
not bad.
I'm not kidding. It was so fucked
Got
up. dude.
kangaroos crawling all
I
over
don't
my
know
skin.
what it was, dude. So I used to have this dream about getting charged by this fucking kangaroo, dude. I don't know.
Really?
Where you ever seen that movie? What is it? Fucking
Kangaroo Jack?
dude. When
Yeah, I
when
love
he gets
Kangaroo
fucking
Jack.
chest pounded by the fucking kangaroo.
Got my ass kicked by a marsupial.
exactly. I used to have this dream. I grew up in a cul-de-sac, right? And I would be standing at the inside circle of the cul-de-sac, the inside edge, and I would look at the street where the cul-de-sac started, and there'd be a fucking kangaroo standing there.
So you were looking
and then
at
he
you-
would just charge my ass like.
So as you were looking at the base of the sack, a kangaroo
no, I was
charged
at the
you.
base of the sack.
Oh, you
I was-
lived at the base
I
of the
was-
sack. You basically had a
where-
home at the base of
Where
the
else?
sack.
Where else
Oh,
do you
okay.
call a home?
And then you got charged by a kangaroo.
And it was like, you ever seen 28 Days Later? Those fucking zombies.
Yeah, I have.
You know those like
yeah.
running
Yeah.
at you.
So like
crazy.
a zombie.
It wasn't a zombie, but it
kangaroo.
was aggressive, like a motherfucking 28 Days Later.
So he was like a crazy kangaroo.
crack.
He was
kangaroo.
he was a crazy roo.
And the mind is like super fucking powerful, you know? Because like when we say these fucking dreams right now, it's like
It's stupid.
it sounds silly, right? You know, but it's
yeah, but
it's fucking
did it ever make
terrifying.
an
You have to
impression
fucking-
on you?
I mean,
And-
these happened years ago, and I bet all of you listening to that are relating your own
You're like, oh,
dream.
that fucking dream
and
I
you're
had.
thinking about
Yeah.
that, and that shit was scarring back
Yeah,
then.
dude, oh, hell
Especially when
yeah.
you're a child.
You'd wake up shaking from that stuff, but like that's burned into your fucking memory
And
to
now
this
I'm
day.
like,
You know that.
kangaroos and fucking Gollum.
Honestly,
embarrassing.
man, mine was ants.
Ants?
Ants.
Like swarms of ants?
No, not swarms of ants. There used to be this like childhood video game that was on the computer. It was like a clicking thing.
Do you remember what it was called?
No, I don't
Was
fucking
it a
remember. what it was
typing
called.
game?
It was like it could have been a typing
Or a math game and you climbed a mountain?
No, I don't. I might have been.
Sorry, go on.
But they were basically like all of these ants and whatnot, and ants, they'd march, the big ones would walk through and whatnot, and they'd make the noise. It was the sound dream as well. They could walk in with the hard noises, and the little ones, it would just be all marching by each other. And like, that was pretty much it, but it was just the sounds with it as well. Sounds so stupid, but I remember it, and they were like, it was just like, it was aggressive, and it was scary, and it was terrifying. But on a more describable kind of note, the most predominant, like, specter or monster that actually haunted Belo von Gacy as a kid, I called her the big nose lady.
The big nose lady?
The big nose lady.
Okay.
Yep, it was terrifying. She had no legs, and whether I saw this in real life or I made it up in my fucking mind, I knew the image. And she had no legs, and she had like that fucking Karen bob cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had that and a giant nose.
Did she want to speak to the manager?
She might have wanted to speak to the manager, and maybe she thought that was me, and that's why she was
Someone
always
asked her to put her
around.
mask on.
She could have been doing that. Honestly, I don't know, but I remember that, and she was all those times, all those times where you'd like pull your blanket up over your head, and you started imagining that thing that was going to be staring face to face with you the moment you pulled the blanket
terror
down
in your mind's eye.
Yeah, that was it. The big nose lady. I remember that, and that was man. As a kid, I don't know.
It
Man.
sounds pretty scary to this day, dude.
I still wouldn't like to see that, to be honest. It's not like I'm any tougher
Go to
nowadays.
like a Best Buy, you probably fucking will.
It's the floating. That's the only real difference.
Yeah,
The
there you
floating
go.
aspect.
But now I gotta ask you guys, because this kind of, it doesn't really fucking tie in, but the paranormal.
Right.
The paranormal. Ghosts and shit. What do you guys think of that shit?
That's an interesting one.
It
man.
is.
That is a great
Because there's no
area.
fucking
I-
scientific proof, right? But
I'm a skeptic through and through. Always have been.
I remember that, yeah.
And like I hate these people who are like, I'm a skeptic.
I'm
You're fucking
I'm
stupid. You don't know. You don't know. It's like one person's fucking experience to another. I just haven't had any experiences that have led me to believe in a lot of this stuff. I like the idea of, I don't know, what do you want to call them? Spirits. I mean, there's a bunch of different categories. Entities.
Yeah.
I just haven't had any experiences with that. But then again, I've heard some pretty convincing testament from, I think, even guys like you, Nikki.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and this is crazy.
Wasn't it some shit to do with the Ouija board?
I did a Ouija board.
You actually did that.
Yeah, and Bilo was at this fucking party too, but he fucked off. He fucked off early because he did not want to be part of the
Smart
Ouija
man.
board experience. Yeah, but and we made this out of a fucking pizza board.
You
Like a
made
pizza
a Ouija
box.
board.
Yeah. We made it out of a pizza box, and
Did we talk about this already?
Oh, we fucking might
dude,
have.
I've told the story on
We
multiple
totally
occasions.
talked about this on the podcast, though.
That's
already.
the thing. I don't want to be retelling stories that they already know.
Well,
this is great.
get some fresh
we can't
content.
remember.
You know,
We can't
I'm not an
remember.
interesting person, okay? Well, fuck
There's
you.
only a
then.
couple categories to choose from.
Regardless, I've had some fucked up experiences in the past with that kind of shit, and that's the thing. I'm one of those see it to believe it kind of guys, and that's why I believe in Christ.
That was so good.
Okay.
Did he turn water into wine?
I saw with my eyes, I believe it, gentlemen.
I can turn water into piss. What does that make me?
I can turn beer
God,
into
is that
lots
you?
of this.
But no, I'm one of those see it to believe it kind of a guys, and I've had crazy experiences that I just can't explain, and
I know you are. You're a see it to believe it kind of guy. That's why, like, when you tell me such a sincere story that you're like, fuck, dude, this happened. I'm like, I'm super skeptical. I'm like, yeah, some shit happened, like there's an explanation for it. I'm an asshole like that, right? But so sincere, like, so it seems like you were just like the dreams. You were impacted by it, right?
See, that's the thing,
Stuck
right?
with
Like,
you.
what do you
Exactly.
think, Bilo?
About what?
About the paranormal? about the paranormal, man. Like, what are your fucking thoughts on the whole thing?
Well,
dude?
shit's such a gray area for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the fuck happens after death. I don't think anyone truly does. But something happens because I obviously have some kind of belief in them if I was like young and, you know, had those like terrors and whatnot and shit like that. There's got to be something that, I mean, whether that be just like a kid's imagination or
Right.
not. But at the same time, you know, I like believing that like past loved ones or whatever are still like got something where, you know, like a phone will ring after they pass. Something. I like to believe that there's something there, and that falls under the same category, right? So it's kind of one of those like all-encompassing things where it's like shit, like you can't really grocery shop and pick what you
exactly,
want.
like,
You
I mean,
either
here's
take
the
it as a
thing,
whole
like-
or you don't.
Like, here's the fucking thing. What does it really matter either? Like,
That's the thing.
Unless we were ever to actually be able to find out what happens to someone when they die, one way or the other, we'll never fucking know. So believe what you want to
pretty much believe
in.
whatever.
It's,
That's it.
like it's not hurting anyone as long as you're not like trying to throw that down other people's throats.
Steve usually tries to throw things down other people's throats.
Just when the lights accidentally turn off.
Everybody, keep your drinks covered and keep your mouths closed
Shut your
around
mouth.
Steve.
But okay, I always have follow-up questions to everything, and I have a follow-up question to this. Do you guys know the fucking like those ghost hunter shows where they like go
Oh,
stay
yeah.
in like
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
haunted places and like try and fucking like, you know?
Another South Park reference.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I can feel it. I can feel the
feel
warm
the wetness.
ectoplasm running
Yeah.
down my leg. Oh, it started in the back
Oh, we're all
now.
thinking it.
Would you guys ever do that?
I
It
would want
depends.
to. I think there's a really fascinating part about fear in that sense too. Like the settings, your environment can be really.
See, I want it to be something that I'm at least interested in.
Yeah.
You know, like if it was like had a story behind it that I actually was like,
Yeah, you're
like
like this place is haunted because of
like Gacy fucking
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in
I was
this
just gonna
house.
say, yeah.
You know, like something like that. Like if it was like that, I would honestly, I think that'd be kind of cool because you see if there's like something to it, or you know, if there was something like a good aspect, like maybe a loved one passed in this house or something like that. You do that, but I don't know. The like super go to like a mental hospital that's all creepy, broken down with like the wheelchair and the fucking half inflated ball
I
in
would
the corner or
go
something.
during the day. I
Like
think
that's that.
Yeah.
That would even freak me
like
out,
an
man. I don't
abandoned,
know.
abandoned a psych ward.
Yeah, like an abandoned asylum,
Yeah,
like
like-
that, like really
You ever
did
seen
the
the movie
fucked
One
up
Flew
shit.
Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Have you ever seen my penis?
More times than I'd like. Wish I've seen it more times than is my fucking merit for lifetime. Dude. Trust me.
Okay, no, sorry, but no, I have not seen that movie. That
He
sounds
calls
like a
it
smart
greeting the day.
person. The Wild Bunch. Have you seen that?
Sorry, what were you asking? Started talking about his fucking penis.
We're so sorry, guys.
Sorry,
It's not a lot to talk about.
I'll stop talking about girthy.
The 2-inch terror.
the 2-inch terror. Yeah.
Yeah, like
You were talking
I
about
was
something
talking about. It
smart.
was like no, I wasn't. I
You were saying
absolutely
something
wasn't.
smart that I wasn't understanding.
No, I was just giving you a setting. There's like an older movie like from the 60s or 70s that takes place in a psych ward and that kind of setting, like but abandoned. You
Yeah.
wouldn't fuck with that like at nighttime.
Oh, dude, I think I would, but like that's like the extreme. Like that to me
Yeah.
would be like the freakiest thing to do.
Yeah, I definitely would be more comfortable during the day.
I would have to do it like with a lot of drugs. Like
Would that fuck you up more
That
though?
might even make it worse.
no, but like cocaine, I would be like I would just run.
Get the fuck over here,
I
ghost!
would be like, let's go, let's do it.
Trying to summon the fucking devil.
And I would try and make friends with everyone. That's the thing. I'm very social on.
Do you want to
cocaine.
bump about it?
I'm like, you want to go outside, bump about it there, bud. Let's go. You and me, friend. Let's go.
so
Let's
Canadian.
take it there, park.
Oh, fucking right there, man.
You know what? I would do it at nighttime at the most haunted place, but my one stipulation I would have to be with you fuckers.
Be with okay.
Yeah,
I was
that
just
was
gonna
I
say,
would have to be with you fuckers. I would
Alone?
not do it alone.
Dude,
you
and
know?
I know I just said like I'm skeptical, but it doesn't mean like I'm open to the idea of things, and I'm probably more susceptible to being spooked. I think.
Yeah,
Right? And I would
absolutely.
definitely like alone. Nah.
Nah,
Yeah.
alone that would be
You
be
can pay
rough.
me a
the
couple
mind
bucks.
plays tricks on you.
No, the
like,
mind will
you know.
fuck
That's
with
that's
you.
what I'm talking about, man. Like what fear does to the mind, right?
Like my mind alone, just in a good setting, sometimes is a pretty scary
or
thing.
how
right? You know?
convincible the mind is. Like how Do you, how do
Absolutely.
you think magicians convince people that they're making
Because
things,
they use
'cause it's
real magic.
Sorry to,
They're
sorry.
magicians.
The hell are you
Jesus,
talking
Steve.
about?
It's
What do
like
you
It's
mean?
like I sold a
Are you
3-year-old.
saying Santa Claus isn't
What
real
are you
either?
gonna say? You're telling me like he's not gonna be here? The hell? Next, you're gonna go say some shit about the Easter Bunny.
No.
But guys, we're gonna go play another B movie monster song. This one's called "Dead by Dawn," guys, off their album 1313. Be aware and be scared for this. It's gonna be awesome, guys.
Klaatu, Murata,
Cabin in the woods, a weekend of fun. Then came the next run, gun. Daylight come, we had to run. Daylight don't hide from the sun. Demons in the basement and sheep into the loft. Only done never had a chance. Evil that are rising, evil that are near. So give me some sugar, baby, 'cause it's gonna be another running year. Darkness all around me, as one's never been this insane. I'm face down on the ground and the sky is red with dead-eyed rain. Demons in the basement and sheep into the loft. Only done never had a chance. Evil that are rising, evil that are near. So give me some sugar, baby, 'cause it's gonna be another running year. Demons in the basement and sheep into the loft. Poor Sheila never had a chance. Evil that are rising, evil that are near. So give me some sugar, baby, 'cause it's gonna be another running year.
Hey, I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul.
swallow this.
All right, guys, that was "Dead by Dawn" by the B Movie Monsters. Now, we touched on this last episode. We were talking about a would you rather segment.
Yes.
So let's get right fucking down and dirty to the would you rather segment, guys.
All right. So, my first question is almost, kind of based on a Toy Story kind of thing.
Toy Story?
In a sense.
Oh, is it gonna be all kinds of fucked up?
In a sense, but no, it's pretty basic. If you had the opportunity, you had two choices. I guess, would you rather live in the 1700s in the wild, wild west, horsebacking? You could be any kind of, thing they do back in the day. I'm sure they had a hell of a lot of weird jobs.
Young West. Like
Exactly,
This is
but like the Wild West,
late
think
1700s.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
If you will, think Red
Yeah.
Dead Redemption. Would you rather have that kind of life, or would you rather fast forward it into the future with the unknowing? Because at least with the West, you know what you're getting into. But fast forward into the future, let's say 200-300 years, and bam, whatever you get, you get
whatever
in the future life.
Whatever the world will be like in 300 years is where you're at.
Let's call it. You know what?
Damn.
Let's for us. Let's call it 500 years. You
Okay.
go
500
500 years into the
Okay.
future, and what you fucking get is what you get. Or back to the 1700s, 1600s with the Wild Wild West.
The future, for sure. The future.
Steve Moore with the
Yeah,
future.
for sure. The future.
And just kind of luck of the draw.
Listen.
Are you hoping for anything with that? Or
I don't want fucking dysentery or whatever the shit you get back in the day. I'm sure the world could be as equally as fucked up 500 years from now, or the human race could be dead in 500 years. The human race could be dead in 10 years.
You never know.
I'm not one of these guys who we're all burning, we're all gonna burn, but we could not be around. But the
It's a roll of the
curiosity,
dice.
dude, it's the curiosity.
Yeah, because
I
Okay.
would never be able to pass up the chance of
The
knowing,
unknown.
because that's the it's like looking in history, but you can watch parts of it.
You can live it.
You can manipulate time like that. That's super cool. And okay, so basically you're asking is like you can go to either one of these places and then you're stuck there till the day you die.
That's it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get one
Yeah.
shot at it to
I would
to
risk
travel.
the curiosity. I would risk the future. for sure.
The curiosity. Is there
And also,
anything like? Is there
I
like
don't want
flying
fucking
cars?
typhoid or anything like that.
But like, is it flying cars that does it, or like
It's
what's
whole,
the
like,
hope?
I just I love the whole like dystopian future.
I
deal.
now know what dystopian means from
I talked about
episode
this
number
a-
4,
I
guys.
talked about
learned.
this last time. Nikki was
Steve
looking
taught
up
us
his
all a
Steve's
Source.
word hour.
Yeah, I really I love that shit. So I would risk it. What about you,
Okay.
Nikki?
Risk it for the biscuit for Steve Morbid.
Risk
Okay.
it for the biscuit.
You know what? That's a really good question, man. You know, I love to take risks. You know, but part of me wants to. I would probably go back into the 1700s.
I think
you know?
you'd make a good cowboy.
I think you'd
Yeah,
make a good
I'd be a
cowboy.
gunslinger. You know,
Yeah,
I'd be
dude,
like
yeah.
Gunslinger Nick. Like
You definitely
fucking-
make a good jockey.
I don't know what the fucking jockey means.
That means a small horse rider.
Fuck you. I'm 5'8", okay?
Yeah, perfect size.
You know, but I don't know. Like times were pretty simple back then. You know, you had a headache, they'd give you cocaine. Like,
Your bones were haunted. You got heroin.
yeah, you know, and I don't know. I think it would be pretty cool. I'd ride my horse down to the bar and grab some fucking local whiskey and like,
Whiskey and wenches.
yeah, and I'd have a fucking shoot down with people. I think it would be kind of cool. You know,
So okay,
I'd wear my 10-gallon hat and
10
like,
gallon.
before
Yeah.
before we move on to another question, I want to know why those were the two places you went. Because you could have been like, you want to go back to like the 1500s and be a Caribbean pirate, or
Well, the present we know, and
or
it's
is it because
interesting
you're
enough.
like, you're really into the whole Western thing?
The coolest thing that I know about besides dinosaurs is like the Wild West in the
Right,
past,
yeah,
and
hell
the
yeah.
only opposite
Yeah.
of that's the future. So
Yeah, hell yeah.
okay.
it boiled down to
Makes
that.
total sense.
But before we move on, I'm curious, Bila, what would you do, man?
I'd go back. I'd
You
have
go
I'd
back?
have to go back. The Wild West.
We'll live that fantasy.
Too many
yeah.
free drugs and I don't know. I just I could be.
Yeah, but think about the future. There could be, if you want drugs, there's probably drugs you can.
Yeah,
there's like-
I
Well,
don't
who
know.
knows?
Lotions
I don't
and
know.
eye drugs.
I know for sure they had shit back there. I'm
But you-
not
but
much
you-
of a. I
but you
usually
know-
get fucked at the casino, so I'm not.
could be right.
I'm not much of a dice roller.
And the way like the way the world works, it seems things become more restricted as time goes on. So you could
Exactly.
be living in like a
like a dry world.
simulated,
Like the
bored
whole world
world.
is dry
Yeah.
of anything.
And
Fuck
we've
that.
all hooked ourselves up to a computer and become a hive mind or some
You don't know.
humanless shit like that.
Exactly, and I can't. No, thank
I
you.
understand that.
All right, guys. So, I have a would you rather question now. So the weather's getting a little bit nicer. You know, it's
Yeah, for Canada.
for Canada. You know, it's like
Yeah, it's like plus 6
It was like
now.
Plus
yeah, so
6.
it was like it was like freezing rain today. That's a good day in Calgary.
But we had sunshine
But we did for some parts of the day.
for an hour.
We get sunshine when it's minus 42 though.
Bila Von Gacy and Steve Morbid.
Yeah.
Would you rather swan dive naked into raw sewage or dip your dick into a deep fryer?
Swan
Sewage.
dive. Swan
Sewage.
dive.
You
I'm not
both.
putting my dick in a
I'm
deep
not putting
fryer.
my dick nowhere
That's
near a
an
deep
easy-
fryer. I can hold my
I
breath
will live in fucking sewage
before my
put
dick
my
goes.
dick in a deep
Before
fryer.
I make crispy fried nuggets.
Listen, at least I
Real
still I
Von
might
Gacy
smell like
nuggets.
shit.
No, thank you.
But
You know what?
These nuggets. No.
I would probably do the
Nuggets.
same. I had a feeling we would all fucking pick that.
Yeah, that's
that.
a-
You just
an
have
easy
to. That's a
one.
good
That's-
start, Nick.
That would
That's a
suck.
good start.
But dipping your fucking cock in a deep fryer would be even worse. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. I pretty much live in sewage as is, so not much of a change.
Easy answer.
All right, Bilo, do you have another would you rather question?
Do I ever?
Okay, buddy.
Okay, so this next one comes to us from me again while I was on the toilet.
Oh God.
Taking a shit and
Literally,
this came to me.
literally 15 minutes.
Literally
ago.
15 minutes ago, if that. Would you rather be immortal, but you can call it whenever you want it, let's say. So there is, you don't have to
What do you
worry.
mean? Like you can off yourself?
You can off yourself. Exactly. So there is not that
It's
that
not like you're
that
incapable
endless
of dying.
exactly that
It's just
endless
you will never die of old age.
Exactly. When
you
you
age?
want to go, you go.
I got a lot of questions. Do you age?
You do age.
Okay, you
yes,
age.
you do age.
So when you're like 600 years old, say, you're
Yep.
decrepit as fuck.
You're decrepit as fuck, but maybe you're smart enough to build yourself a chair or
Yeah, okay.
whatever, or something you can sit in. That's
Right,
like
or like,
insanely high tech.
A robot carer.
Or would you live your regular life and never feel pain or fear? So kind of just like an invincible attitude. Never have to worry about hurting, never have to worry about being scared of anything. Live your
What
life
happens if
without
your
fear
dick
and pain.
ends up in a deep fryer?
You wouldn't worry. You would
But
not
it's-
worry.
But it still gets deep fried. doesn't it?
Yes, but you wouldn't care
Okay.
and you wouldn't feel it.
I mean, hey, maybe.
There's
that's right.
there's your choices.
You know,
Mull it over.
This one's pretty easy for me. I would live my life without fear and without pain, you know, because like I don't feel pain anyways. You can't hurt steel.
Tough guy.
Sorry. Okay.
Nothing. I got nothing. I really.
No, nothing below.
You can't see it, but I'm just shaking my head. That's.
I feel disgraced just by that
You
fucking
should.
look that
You
Bila
really-
just gave
I'm
me.
not-
Y'all can't see
I'm
it
not
right now.
angry. I'm disappointed.
He was flexing his titties at me while he said it too.
But yeah, you know what? I would choose my life living without
any pain,
you
but
know,
like a
and-
regular lifespan.
Yeah,
Regular
because
life,
you know, if I was to live past fucking like 90, even 80, fucking 70, I don't know what the fuck that is, but like, is there really a point to like living if you're
Yeah,
decrepit?
especially when you age. Like I'd have to say
Is-
my answer would be painless, regular lifespan, because I think you could get a lot out of that too.
You get a hell of
You
a
know,
lot more
and,
done.
like-
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean,
But,
you could get a lot out of living for a long time, but there's a lot more drawbacks when you're aging.
Well, and another question that I have is, would your friends be that way as well? Like, you know, if your friends would be,
No.
it would just be you.
Just you, whether it be the
Okay, then that's
pain
my
or-
answer's in fucking sealed right there. That's
Yeah.
fucking. I would definitely do that. I'm a people
Yeah,
person.
you outlive everyone
need
you
my
ever
friends.
loved or knew.
You know, I dip my dick in a deep fryer. I don't give a shit. I can't feel fucking pain. Like
But yeah, that was
Okay, here.
mine.
that's intense, man.
Here's a
Okay,
question. Here's a question for you.
see morbid.
If you could live a regular life as it is,
Yeah.
carry the fuck on, or live your regular life but feel no pain, but you have to deep fry your dick.
Oh my god. You know what? That was more of a joke. You know when I actually
know,
think
but
about it?
Think about it.
But I was gonna say, if you can't feel pain, then technically you can't feel pleasure.
Yeah. Would
Anyway.
you be able to
Oh.
get a stiffy?
I don't think it'd feel very good if you did. It wouldn't
So
feel
you're gonna be
anything.
a
if you
fucking
can't feel-
virgin then
so
for
you're
the
saying-
rest of your
No,
life?
you could fuck, but you wouldn't. It'd be like wearing a million condoms.
But
you would
could
feel
you
nothing.
get fucking hard because you ain't turned on? Because you can't feel fucking
Well, you
fucking
could
turned on.
Viagra, a little blue pill.
Well, I
I'm sure there's always ways around it. You know.
There's
I
ways to
mean,
get the blood
you're
pumping.
gonna need that blue pill. Either one you pick. If you should pick your immortality, you're gonna be aging. That's not getting up anyways. So.
Yeah, you don't want to be living
Jesus
400 years without
Christ.
without any stiffy juice. That's for sure.
getting any.
I'd go without pain too. Yeah, I know, you know, I would fucking totally do that.
Totally
I'd-
with a crispy dangus.
All right, Nicholas. Let's end this one off. Let's end it off strong. What do you got for the last would you rather question?
Would you rather? Okay, guys. Would you guys rather slap a grizzly bear on the fucking ass?
So me.
I love your
No,
questions, Nick, so much.
no. So not Bealo grizzly bear. Like I'm talking like an actual
Like
fucking
actual, yeah.
The animal.
grizzly bear.
Rip your face off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
or
okay.
be trapped in a room, closed room with a million mosquitoes.
Okay, hold on. So, like, the requirement is I have to slap a polar bear?
No,
A
no,
grizzly
a
bear?
grizzly bear. You gotta
Yeah, I
fucking
don't
smack
know.
it in the ass and deal with whatever
Yeah,
the
you
fuck
can't,
it
like, so
gives.
it's not like you're destined to be mauled, but there's a
There's a
high probability of being
It's not
mauled.
a guarantee,
Yeah,
but there's a
like, or
high
It's gonna be
fucking
pissed
chance.
off.
You
You
run wet pants and all, full on sprint.
Or a million mosquitoes in one room.
I gotta take my chances with the grizzly.
I think so too,
Because
Yeah.
I can't honestly, little pain, like, you know, like needles and shit like that is 10 times worse than like big pains, like getting beat up or punched
honestly,
or whatever.
like,
or
just being in a fucking dark room with these fucking
and they
mosquitoes.
get in your fucking like all your orifices
Exactly.
and shit.
All the crevices.
And I'm not even kidding. Like, you don't have enough fingers and room to like plug your nose. Actually, you can actually do
adjust
it.
it.
I just figured out that you can actually plug your nose and your ears
He
at
gave
the
me-
same time.
He gave me a look like when
Wow.
a kid discovers they can make noises with their mouth.
Oh my god.
He learns something every day.
If you don't already know
That was
this,
so adorable.
just make the horns and put them in your your fingers in your ears and your pinkies on your nose. For all of you now who want to do that.
Everyone try it now. please.
Everyone
I'm
try,
actually doing it now, too.
Just
Like
take a moment.
fucking...
everyone try it with me now. All right, knowledge here.
You guys would
Off
pick the
the
mosquito.
fucking
Or no,
rails.
the fucking ass of the bear.
Yeah,
The
I
bear
wouldn't
ass.
fuck the ass of the bear.
No, you'd be fucking smacking it.
No, you just smack it. You don't actually have to fuck it.
No,
Here's
that's
what I'm
another question.
picturing.
But
Grizzly bear in a fucking outcrop or like a fucking clearing in the forest, right? He's just chilling. He's got his ass facing you, but he's just chilling.
But he's like laying down.
And
He's just
you-
having a good time.
What, you have to like, you see
Like-
that bear in that
Yeah,
field
like
over?
crank up
Hey,
the
yeah,
ass.
like bull
Hey,
slap.
You see that
Wild
bear in
hogs,
that
like
field over
fucking-
there?
See, he's that's still the one I pick because at least at least at that point I'd rather be food for a grizzly than fucking help mosquitoes live.
Fun fact,
Because
though.
fuck mosquitoes.
Fun fact, bears can climb faster than they can run.
Yeah, bears can also shit faster than they can eat.
Speaking from experience. Anyways, guys, we're going to leave you with the last song that we're going to be playing here. Let's Kill the Prom Queen by the B-Movie Monsters. 1313, guys. Get ready for this shit. It's awesome.
Thank you so much for listening, and we really
Thanks,
appreciate it.
guys.
Hi, Mary Lou speaking. Sorry I can't come to the phone right now, but I'm busy at the prom. Places to go, people to kill. Don't bother leaving a message. Vicky doesn't live here anymore.
All right, guys, we're back. we're going to be giving our send-off of Creature Feature Radio, episode number 5, guys.
Number 5.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Big shout out to B-Movie Mike and the B-Movie Monsters for letting us play their fucking tunes for you guys.
We really appreciate that.
I'm a massive fucking fanboy of the B-Movie Monsters, guys. As most of y'all know already. Check them out they're on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, you name it, guys. We highly recommend them. We were actually going to be playing Slasher Fest with the B-Movie Monsters, and that is a dream come true for me. And that unfortunately didn't happen due to COVID, but I've been talking to Mike, and we're gonna we will make something happen, regardless if it's Slasher Fest or not. We are gonna be fucking sharing the stage with the B-Movie Monsters, and I'm really fucking excited for that.
Fuck yeah.
So guys, much love. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we wish you guys all the very best. We may be freaks, but we're not alone.
Cheers, guys.
All the best.
Bye, bye, bye.
You're listening to Creature Feature Radio with Nikki Casket, Bela Von Gacy, and Steve Morbid of 5 Cent Freak Show.